Rupert Lowe, he just doesn't care, does he? I'll always be thankful to Rupert Lowe for giving us those words. I don't care. We don't care. What doesn't Rupert care about now? Rupert Lowe calls grooming gang scandal something the equivalent of the Holocaust. We're not allowed to talk about that, are we? But some of us do. Before I tell you what Rupert doesn't care about, have a look at this from a news story I did the other day. Yeah, this is over on the Jewish news. Toxic anti-Semitism surfaces as Restore Britain eyes decisive role in by-election. Yeah, it's a big hit piece by association. It's a real hatchet job on Restore Britain with no evidence, nothing. Well, evidence of what? There is no evidence of anything done wrong by Rupert Lowe or Restore Britain, but that doesn't stop them having an attack on the party by association. Oh, there's Andrew Gold and Steve Laws. I did a review of that interview, actually. Andrew Gold didn't come out of it too well, and Steve Laws come across as rather good, rather sensible, actually. Not saying I agree with everything Steve says, but certainly most of it. Anyhow, you can go read that for yourself. That's just to give you an idea of how they're starting to attack Restore Britain, now they're starting to come somewhere. I don't see a problem with that banner, do you? End Zionist occupation of Britain. Stop white replacement? Yeah. Well, we know America's controlled and we know the UK's controlled. Made enough videos on it. But we'll leave it go there and we'll move on with the main story now. You should check in on the Jewish news site now and again. Some really interesting stories in there. Really interesting. To show how they exert control over the Western world. Really interesting. Anyhow, what's Rupert said that's upset them now? They're always upset or offended about something, aren't they? No, don't tell them that story, GA. Channel will be closed down. Let's have a look. Yeah, back here. Yeah. Rupert Lowe. What's he said? I want to be really clear in my response. Response to what? Yeah. Response to this. This is what Rupert's responding about, what he doesn't care about. I want to be really clear in my response. I am not going to retract anything. I stand by every single word. Labour are calling for me to apologise. The answer is no. Industrial, that word that YouTube doesn't like me saying, so I'll have to self-censor. I hate self-censorship. Across almost every town and city in Britain. Those words there, that word there, that word there, we're not allowed to talk about it. They think if we're not allowed to talk about it, it doesn't happen. I sat there for 2 weeks listening to these girls. I heard how one girl was by a dog, as Muslim men bet on what the animal would do. Yeah. Girls drugged, locked in cages like rats. Another by 700 men over 3 years. Dozens and dozens of these stories through our inquiry, and we are barely scratching the surface. I've read some of those stories, guys. They truly are horrific. They really are horrific. This was allowed to happen exactly because politicians were cowards. I tell you what, if you've read those reports there, you can understand why some people, myself included, would like to see every single politician thrown into jail for the rest of their lives. Every single politician who was around at that time needs to be investigated. And if they were found to have known anything at all about it and did nothing, they need to be punished. Perhaps this is why Rupert loathes professional politicians. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. I will not make that same mistake. I said what I said and I meant it. The Labour Party have blood on their hands, yet they think they can demand an apology from me for highlighting the systemic evil they allow to infect our entire country. They can piss off. Well said, Rupert. I am angry about it, furious. When you hear directly from these girls about what they have been through, it changes the way you see politics forever. Our report will be out very soon. When that happens, I don't want any apologies from the Labour Party. I don't care about that. I want to see those politicians responsible for covering up this atrocity behind bars for what they have done to these girls. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Connor Tomlinson, good man. Starmer out says that's what I'm talking about. Get them locked up along with the civil servants who enabled it. That's a very telling image, isn't it? So true. The people responsible for this are these people here. Labour need to go to prison. Apologies will not suffice. So, there you go. That's the story. That's what Rupert doesn't care about. I'm going to show you. I'm going to go over to the site, the channel of Paul Joseph Watson. I saw a video over there today that really reinforced why they all have to go. Not some, all have to go. I'll play a little bit of clip of it. I don't want to get a copyright strike, obviously, but I'll show the first couple of minutes and then I'll leave a link in the description. And I urge you to go watch Paul Joseph Watson. Stand by, Paul. Pause.
A light picnic replaced with the wafting stench.
Okay guys, only going to play a minute of it. Yeah, it's called Everyone Is Noticing and it's over on the Paul Joseph Watson channel. Just have a look at this.
The hot weather has served to expose a disturbingly familiar phenomenon happening across the country, and everyone is noticing. Dovedale stepping stones in the Peak District then being about 15 years ago, Dovedale stepping stones now.
Okay, I'll stop it there. This video is absolutely incredible. It's a compilation of clips from around some of our most famous beauty spots in our nation. What they were like a few years back and what they are like now. There are places in this country that now you're not going to find an indigenous Briton visiting, and you'll understand why people are staying away from these once beautiful places. They all must go, and thank God we've got Rupert Lowe to lead us. Let's go back to the bunker. Okay guys, that's all I've got for you. It's only a short one. You've been listening to Paul Morris, the Green Arrow. Stay safe, stay strong, aim high, vote low, restore Britain. I'm out here. See you on the next one. Don't forget to like, share, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Help this channel grow.